Good morning and Happy New Year. Rose Ward, stampersdelight.com. Grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come stamp with me. Hop on, say hi, let me know where you're watching from, and also if it's your first time watching. So today, I changed the time to 11 o'clock. I don't know, maybe it's the winter, but I'm having a hard time getting up in the morning and getting going. Anybody else have that problem? So again, Happy New Year. I hope your holidays were great. I apologize if I sound a little funny. I've had a bronchitis or something going on since the holidays, so I'm glad to be back with you. A couple of reminders. Don't forget to check out the apparel shop at stampersdelightshop.com. I did, with the help of my daughter-in-law, of course, we added some new products there. And probably my favorite is the Coffee and Creativity. Hi, Tracy. Good morning from Oregon. Also, don't forget that the new catalog starts next Tuesday, I think it is, right? Or Wednesday, the 7th. Okay. So on the 6th, you need to sign up for, or by the 6th, the Basics of Card Making, which is a new online class that Donna Gray and I are doing. Hey, Deb. Also, the Winter Retreat with the Delightful Wishes, whatever the whole suite is called. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get back into the swing of things here. So that's the January Winter Retreat. For the January Fun Fold class, it is with the Butterfly Suite. And that is also what I'm using for the online scrapbooking class. So again, you need to sign up for those by the 6th. I have the paper share going on. Again, sign up by the 6th so I can order all the products on the 7th. I also have in there the February class. You do have till February 1st, I think it is, to sign up for the birthday celebration Fun Fold class. And I will be doing a scrapbook February class with the scrapbooking kit that is not available yet, and it's awesome. Okay, so I haven't posted that one yet, but that's what I will be doing. Lori says, yeah, it's harder to get going when it's cold. Yes, it's nice to be retired, but sometimes I think I'm busier now than I was before. So we are going to get started. And of course, here's the catalogs. If you don't have a catalog and you don't have a demonstrator, contact me and I can get you out those catalogs. The mini catalog and the celebration. Now, the Storybook Moments is what I will be showing you today. If you have your catalog already, I did send mine out. That's on page 22 through 25. And also the celebration catalog will be going live on the 7th also. So that's a great time to get some free product. I also want to mention, if you join my team in the Stampin' Up! Community, on the 7th, for $99, you can build your own kit, and you pick out $99 worth of merchandise. There are some other options with that. You can get your choice of 2 marker sets and a stamp set called Handmade Designs, or you can pick out $30 extra product, your choice. So I'd love to have you on my team, and we are going to get started. So let me show you a couple of things here first before we get started with this. So this is the papers. Now this is the suite has 2 stamp sets. And we have the Storybook Friends with, of course, the dies. Such a cute set for babies, for Easter, for spring. The other stamp set and dies that it comes with is the Storybook Garden Patches. You can see I've been using some of those. And of course, let me put this where I know it is, so when I get stamping, I don't lose it. And here are the papers that come with that. So you have this, which I'll show you in a second. You have some die cuts. I absolutely love when, I'm gonna bring this down a little bit. You might see my messy desk, but you can see the products better. So this comes with some die cuts. It also comes with all these gorgeous papers. I did the unveiling and showed you those earlier in December. The other designer series paper it comes with, of course, are these beautiful plaid papers. Put that over there for a second. You get the ribbon. This is all with the suite. You can buy that, purchase them separately, but the suite is the way to go. Hi, Peg. Hi, Meg. Hi, Dawn. So there's that beautiful ribbon. And of course, we've got these antique pearls. They're kind of hard to see. Beautiful suite. Okay, so for this, let me move this up a little bit. For this sheet, I wanted to show you, and maybe you saw me already post, it was already posted. I did a one sheet wonder, and I cut all of these pieces out, and I added some of the elements from the die cuts. This embossing folder right here is the Starstruck embossing folder, which you can get free in the US with a $60 order. I wasn't able to find that this morning. I don't know, I misplaced it somewhere. Hi, Gloria. Yes, Happy New Year, everyone. So this is one of the cards I did. And let's just bring that back in, and you can see I used this piece for that. Then we have the strawberries right there. And I just cut them down to fit my card. Absolutely so adorable. We have this one right here, another Easter greeting card. This one right here I did as a baby card. And I used the new basic beige on these, if you're wondering what the back, the cardstock is that I used. We have Happy Spring. Great way to get a lot of cards done quickly. And this one is right here. Just had to add a sentiment and a couple of those die cuts. Another baby card here with the two ducks. And this one right here, I actually cut into two. Let me see where the other one is. Because it was large enough, I could get two cards out of that. You cut yours down already, Georgia? I know, it's a great way to get some cards done quickly. And this one, where are you? I think I used the back side. Yes, I used the back side for that. And we have this one. Look at all these cards I made. Welcome, little one, with the little ducks. And then the last piece was this one. Thank you card. So you can get a lot of cards done from that one sheet. Some of the other cards I'll show you that I did was this one with just the carrot, and I did 3 punches here, or 3 die cuts, so it was really 3-dimensional. Quick, easy card. And that embossing folder, which I had over here somewhere. Where did I put that one? That goes to another suite. Here it is, which I'll be showcasing later on. But that's the plastered painting 3D embossing folder. And it does look like splashes of paint, but I love the background. It's a really great embossing folder. It really gives you a lot of dimension. And then using the 6x6 plaid paper, I made a baby card. I used one of those great die cuts. And then there's that embossing folder, and I made a baby card with that. Oh, thanks. You like the carrot card. The other thing I wanted to show you, which I did post earlier in December, was I took some of the designer series paper. I actually ripped it to give it that ripped edge, and I made a scrapbook page using those die cuts and then cutting the pictures down because they were kind of far away. So I just wanted to really showcase those little pictures. So this was my son and niece Easter time back in 1989. So I made this great little scrapbook page. Okay. So we're going to get started with the fun fold. I'm going to bring in, now this is a piece of, this was 12 by 12. Again, I'm going to pull that down just a little bit. This was a 12 by 12 sheet of boho blue. And I cut that because it's 12 by 12. I needed it at 5.5 by 12. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to score this. I am going to score that at 2 inches. Four inches. And then, of course, with the paper trimmer, you want to swing that arm out. 2, 4. We're going to do 8. And then we're going to do 10. So this is a gatefold card, but it's like a double gatefold card. Gatefold cards turn in. This one's going to turn in a couple of different ways. So I am going to go ahead and score that. Bring that piece in also. Give it a good burnishing. And there is a double gatefold. So a regular gatefold would have turned in. This one is kind of like a double. We're going to set that aside for a minute. The next thing I did, which I've already done, is I cut this piece down, and this is 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. Don't worry about taking the measurements. This will have a PDF on my newsletter later today. So when I'm done with the video, there'll be a link to sign up for the newsletter, and I will send that out later today. So you have time to sign up for that and get the PDF. So that is 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. I hate to cover up some of this beautiful paper, but we have to. That's going to go right in the center here. And this way you have a little bit of that boho blue border. Then you're going to need 4 pieces that are 1 3/4 by 5 1/4. I've got these 2 already done. I'm going to bring in a piece of that plaid because you can mix and match these 2 designer series papers. So I am going to cut that at 1 1/4. 1 1/4. I'm sorry, 1 3/4. Again, you'll have the right measurements in the PDF. And I'm going to cut that down to 5 1/4. Let me make sure that's lined up. Paper trimmer, especially with designer series paper, you can cut a couple pieces at a time. And now I have these 2 pieces. And what I'm going to do is I am going to layer those onto my panels. So the first one is going to go right here. And the next one is going to go right on the front. Just like that. When you open it up, now you don't have to put those extra panels in there, but if you're looking at it down, you like to see the designer series paper in there. But you could leave it plain if you wanted to, or you wanted to save on the designer series paper. Now I'm using Stamp and Seal. I do use different adhesives for different things. My go-to is the Stamp and Seal, but I do like my Tombow or the green glue for some things. And our basic card class is going to start with the basics. So the basic card class with Donna Gray and I online, we have a Facebook page, we have links to videos, and it tells you about the adhesives, it tells you about layering, it tells you about, cutting your sizes. So whether you are a new crafter or you've been doing it for a while, there's a lot of things that we forget. So Donna and I thought it would be great to get back to basics. So there is my card to start. Now I'm going to bring in a piece of boho blue. I am going to grab the dies that go, these are the Storybook Friend dies. I'm going to grab this one. I'm going to bring in my die cutting machine. Move that out of the way. I'm going to lay this down here. I'm going to put that right there to save some cardstock so I can use that for something else. And let me grab another. Oh, it's right there. I'm going to grab that. A little trick here. I just had somebody ask me about the intricate dies weren't cutting right. So what I could do is I always cut it this way with the blades down, but you want to make sure that you have a flat plate, not a warped plate. And I do it a couple of times so the rest of it falls out. Now, if I can do this without messing it up, I want to show you something else. When I take that, okay, this oval I will save for something else. Now, if you turn it and you see that it hasn't cut out all the way, because it is a very intricate die, you can do the blades up and give it one time there, or you can just cut it this way from the beginning. So that's a little quick tip about the cutting blades. I am in the process of redoing my stamp room again, and I did post that and showed you what a mess it was. And when I'm done, I will post some new pictures. I'm forever rearranging and organizing, so that'll be fun to see what I come up with. That will be probably in the next week or two. Just going to poke those out real quick. You do it upside down. Yeah, I do it upside down sometimes too. And I'm just going to pull that off. And there is that beautiful die cut. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to add that right here, but I'm only going to glue one side. So for more precision, I use the green glue, but I put it in my glue press because I am a messy glue person. And I am just going to add some dots of glue around here. If you're interested in this glue press, it's from My Sweet Petunia. And again, when I'm done with the video, the links will be there for you to order that. And we're just going to do that right there. I am going to lay that down right here, making sure that I don't get any glue on the other side. Now to hold it down for a minute, I'll grab a stamp pad and just lay that down. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of Very Vanilla. I'm going to use that same die. I'm going to cut it out again in Very Vanilla. So let me show you if you did it upside down. We would just do it this way. And sometimes it, again, with the intricate dies, this works better. It's your, whatever you want to do. Hey, Kim. Oh, my neighbor, my family neighbor is on. And I'm just doing that a couple of times. So again, now I have the oval and I have this piece. I'm going to take this piece out, but this isn't the piece I'm using this time. Just pop those out. You could use your wire brush, but these fall out pretty easy. And let's just grab this piece, pull that off. Put that up there. I'll use that for another project. This time I want this piece right here. I am going to bring in that embossing folder that I showed you from the other suite called Plaster Painting. And I'm going to put that right in there. It doesn't really matter where I put it. I just want that embossing folder to give it some dimension. So for that, I'm going to take my second plate off. I'm just going to use plate 1 and the embossing folder. And I'm going to use plate 4. And just roll it back. So you've seen pictures of my little stamping buddy, my little neighbor, and actually her grandmother is Kim, and she's on right now, and her great-grandmother is on here also, Gloria. Dylan loves to stamp with me, and I love having her over here. We'll have to do that again real soon. So now you can see I have this piece, and it's got some dimension to it, which is what I wanted. I'm going to bring that in, and I'm actually going to glue half of that down. So what I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to use the glue, the liquid glue. Just going to swirl a little bit of liquid glue on here. And I'm going to pop that right back in the middle. And now I have these two pieces, which I can use for another card. No waste. Okay, now let me bring in, whoop, I just dropped it. I do have some other samples to show you after this card is done. All right. So these are from the die cut pieces from that one sheet. And I am going to add these right to the front. So you can see that I just used that for a little texture back there. Now these I'm going to use dimensionals. I'm going to pop those up a little bit. Whoop, don't need that one. And again, another must-have tool is take your pick tool. We're going to add that one right there. Add that one right there. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. That'll tell you when I go live. It'll pop up if you subscribe. And also to the Facebook page. It will tell you if you follow me on Facebook when I go live. Again, normally I do 10 o'clock, but it's getting harder and harder for me to get going in the morning. So I think I'm going to be changing Fridays to 11 for the winter. Okay, so now I'm going to add this one right here. I'm going to take this little guy and add him right here. So there I have the front of my card. Let's do the inside first. This piece is 2.5 by 4. And that's going to go inside for the sentiment. So I am going to take, where's my stamp that I want? Here it is. And this says, "Some bunny loves you." Let me grab my boho blue. Thank you. Thank you, Georgia. Somebody loves you. And I'll take one of those cute little bunnies. And I'll add that right there. I'm going to then glue that down. Got a little goober on there. I'm going to open that up. I'm going to add that right to the center. Some bunny loves you. Now I'm going to take a strip of the very vanilla, and I have a piece here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that. Well, first I'm going to stamp it. And I am going to stamp "Welcome Little One" right up in the corner. I did that a little crooked, so you know what? We're going to do a little bit different here. Instead of using my paper trimmer, I'm going to cut that out. So we're going to do this. And then I'm just going to cut. These are not my paper snips, but again, things are upside down here till I reorganize. I'm always reorganizing. And we're going to cut that. And we're going to cut that. I'm going to take a piece of that blue, the boho blue, and I'm going to cut a little piece here. So what I'm going to do with that is I am actually going to use a dimensional first. And I'm going to lay that down right there. And then I'm just going to take my scissors. Cut that. I don't always cut straight, so I have to relook at it. And I'm going to put that right there. Welcome, little one. So I'm going to use a little Stampin' Seal here. I'm going to close that up. Look at that. Coming out just the way I like it. Thank you. I'm going to take that beautiful ribbon. I'm going to tie a little bow here. You see, I leave it on my roll until I get the bow the way I want it, and then I trim it. Now I need to cut that tail off a little bit. And again, these are not my best scissors, but they're what I have on the table. And I'm going to add that right here. Now for adding the bow, you can use your Stampin' Seal or you can use our glue dots. Today I'm going to use a glue dot. I can tear that piece off. There it is. Again, using the, take your pick tool, I'm going to grab that glue dot and add that right in the center there. And it's stuck to my finger. They love to stick to your nails. Okay, we'll grab another one. That one decided to stay on my nail. There we go. Put that right on there. And we are going to add that at the top. So we have this cute Funful baby card. Now for the antique pearls, I'm going to leave them the antique color, but I'm going to show you another little trick. So I'm going to take one of the large ones, put that up there. Then you have a medium one. I'm going to put that right there. And then I have a small one. And I think I'll add the small one right here. Whoop. That wasn't in there tight enough. And now you can see the card that I have. Easy to make, easy fun fold, and it stands up nicely. Who wouldn't like to get that card? Now, a little trick I want to show you is if you wanted to get colored, if you want colored gems, you can take your blends. I'm going to use the dark Calypso Coral, and you can color these. So I can add a little bit of color to any gems, including the shimmery ones. And you can see that you might not be able to see it too well. Here, let's put this under it, see if you can see it better. Now I have a colored gem, maybe down here. So you can color your gems that way. My card is all done. I have this leftover piece of plaid paper. I'm going to bring in my envelope. And using either your Stampin' Seal or your liquid Tombow glue, we're going to add that to the lip of the envelope. Just like that. And we are going to trim that. So now I have a matching envelope for the card. And I'm just going to take that little bunny again in the boho blue. And we'll put a little bunny right there. And now you can see I have the matching envelope and I have some stamping on each side. Whoop, I just got a smudge there. So we'll show you this side. I love this fun fold. It's quick, easy, and it looks so nice. So let me show you two others that I did with that. And for this one, I used the other stamp set, the Storybook Garden Patch, Happy Spring. I used the other die cut frame, and I made a cute little Happy Spring card. I'll have still shots on Facebook and my newsletter later today. Just got some ink on my hand. That's why I don't like to keep those open. And here's another one showcasing that other die. And again, hello friend, happy spring, happy Easter. And here I used coordinating papers. So this die right here was this one. And again, I did it twice so that I did it in blue and then I did it in the very vanilla. This one was this die right here. And of course the other frame die, which you saw me use, which somewhere on the table. So you can get some cute cards made out with this. And if you have 12, you need 12 by 12 to do this, but you get 2 cards out of 1 sheet of paper. So I hope you enjoyed my fun fold today. I have some pieces left. So let's see and do a card on the fly for you. See, I have all these little pieces left here. So let's grab, let's see. Let's grab a green. Grab a green piece. And again, I'm going to use the very vanilla. I already have that cut down in a half a sheet, so I'm just going to fold that. See how this comes out. For this piece, I'm going to cut this to fit that paper or base. I like to use up the pieces right away so I don't forget. I'm going to cut that down at 4 inches by 5 1/4. If you want to layer another color under it, you would cut it down 1/4 of an inch smaller, but I'm just going to layer it right on here because I think it'll pop out really nicely. Okay, for this one, I'm going to take that pink ribbon. I'm just going to tie a knot here. And then I'm going to layer that. Remember, this is a card on the fly. No idea how it's going to come out, but we'll see. Okay, so that's about right. We're just going to cut that off. I really need to bring my ribbon scissors back. I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. And I want that, let's do it this way. I want that over as far as I can get it, a little bit more. So I'm going to just layer that ribbon down and pull it over here. So I have it tied in a knot now instead. I'm going to add that right on top. Again, card on the fly. Could use that one, but I kind of really like this one. I'm going to put that over to the side so I can see that knot. So let's grab some glue. Let's add a little glue on these parts. Yeah, okay. This is such a great stamp set, so much fun. I'm going to layer that right on top here. Pull that over a little bit. Let's see. We'll just lay him down for a second. I have this cute little bunny. I have this. I have this piece. Let's grab some of those other elements here and see what I'm going to use. That should be dry. Now for this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that up on dimensionals. You love the green plaid? I know it. They're all so great. I'm going to add that right there. Grab my take your pick tool. I just cleaned off this desk here. It was such a mess. And of course now it's a mess again because I'm... So that little blue in there brings out the blue back there. Now let's see, instead of stamping, I am going to use some of these elements because I love them. And we got this little guy maybe. We've got some little packets of seeds. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use yet. I like this one, but I don't know that it's going to show up. So let's grab a couple more and see what one I want to use. Oh, maybe I'll use that little fence. So if you've watched me before, you know the card on the fly at the end is always we're not sure what we're doing. Oh, right there maybe. Oh, I like that. Okay, so let's use him. Let's use that little fence. Now this is white. You can actually take your sponges and sponge this to make it a color, but I want to leave it white. I'll leave that right there. I'm going to take this little guy and add him right there. I absolutely love when the designer series paper comes with die cuts. I am then going to grab maybe this. Let's see. And then I'm going to grab a piece of, I'm going to cut this piece. I need a strip here. Well, let's cut a strip using my leftovers. And just about, I actually need this side. So let's see if this is going to be wide enough. I like to try to use my strips before I cut into any more paper. Let's grab, how about Easter greetings? I need some Easter cards. It's never too early to start your spring cards. Happy Easter. Good morning, Judy. Tori. I am then going to grab that. I'm going to glue that down. Put this on that side. These little guys right here. Yep. Okay, so those are going to be popped up with dimensionals. One dimensional should do it. So cute, but I want something over there, I think, too. And I think it'll be the flowers. Absolutely. Now, you can only use one or two of these die cuts and get more cards, but sometimes I just like to use extras. And if I had put this down before, I could have put it behind there, but since I wasn't sure what I was going to do, we're going to add that right there. We have it. Happy Easter, or Easter greetings. We're going to bring in those gems. And I'm just going to add some gems here. And there we have a cute, quick, easy Easter card using those elements. Again, you can I don't want to say be stingy on your elements, but you can make a lot of cards out of this. And again, I still have all these pieces, and then I would just stamp inside. Let's see, hello friends, happy spring. Now I have an old block here. Happy spring. And let's bring in one of those larger bunnies. Oh, I think him. I like him. Thank you, Hilda. And now I have a quick, easy, on the fly Easter card. I still have this piece left over, and I want to use all my pieces. So let me grab another envelope, and I'm using Very Vanilla. We don't have the Very Vanilla envelopes anymore, so I'm going to grab a white one, which will be fine. Now, one thing I want to show you is, see, this is a little smaller than the other piece, but that's okay. What you want to do is go up a little bit higher and leave a little white on a little strip of white right there. Whoop, wrong side. Let's see if I can lift that. Yeah, we're going to use that side. It decided for me that I was using the other side. And we're just going to trim that off. So using the elements, the die cut elements, is a great way to start stamping if you've never stamped before. Or you can, you know, if you've loved to stamp and you've been stamping for a while, it's just a quick, easy way to do some cards. And there we have the card on the fly. Okay, yeah, go back and watch the rest of it, or the beginning of it, because I did the fun fold. So there's our card on the fly. Let's bring in the other cards that I did, the fun fold. Now this one, you can see I stamped all these, cut them out with the dies that we have, and then I colored them in with our blends. So there's another fun fold. Here's the one we just did with the welcome baby. Put those up there. We have this one. Again, using a lot of the elements here, or die cuts. This one is stamped with the carrot and just gave it a 3D look by adding 3 layers. And that plaster embossing folder. And then, of course, let's move these out of the way so you can see these better. I'll have still shots on Facebook and my newsletter later today. And then we have the One Sheet Wonder. So much fun using this set. So many possibilities. Thank you, Gloria. And then last but not least, of course, is my scrapbook page. I hope you enjoyed the first of the new year of my videos. I hope you enjoyed the Storybook Moments. This will be available to customers January 7th. Contact me if you don't have a catalog, you need a catalog and don't have a demonstrator. I'm here for you. I really appreciate you all checking in. And I will see you next Friday with another fun fold. But don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I do pop in videos every so often. And of course, my Facebook page. Every day I try to post something new. So don't forget to subscribe to both of those.